Hi, my name is Darlene, and I'm here to show you some exercises for warming up your spine and also the Pilates Abdominal series. So let's get started. The first thing is we're going to go into all fours, and the alignment with this is shoulders and wrists will be in alignment, as well as the knee under the hip. So we're going to start with cat and cow. We're going to start an inhale, inhaling, hollowing the belly, looking at the thighs, and then exhale, extending the back, looking up. Inhale and exhale. Go at your own pace and do anywhere from 8 to 10. Then we're going to move into opposite arm leg. And this is great for core stability. And the first thing that we'll do is extend the right arm and the left leg, making sure the core is engaged, reaching in opposition from the fingertips to the toes, and then setting your arm and leg down. It's good to do about 6 on each side. So inhale, prepare, pulling in the abdominals, and exhale, reaching long. And then let's continue. This will be 2. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. And this is 3. Remembering as you're reaching the arm and the leg to square this hip. So I'll show you on the other leg. Inhaling, exhaling, reaching, and so it's a little bit of balance involved as well. So we don't want this hip to externally rotate, and we want it to be long and in line with the hip and squared. That's what I mean by squared. The next exercise is called tail wag, and it's also a pre-Pilates exercise. In all fours, you're going to look at your heel, gazing over the shoulder, and then gaze at the toe, looking the opposite direction. 6 on each side. This is 3. And again, using the breath, inhaling and exhaling. It's not that important which way you inhale and exhale on this one. It's just important that you keep breathing. And the other important thing with all these exercises is that the neck stays in alignment with your spine, so it's not extending up except when we're doing cat and cow, and it's not forward flexing either. It's just in line long. Think of it like a turtleneck. So now let's do the other side. Like a turtle sticking out its head. So again, we're doing 6 here. This is 4. And this is great for stretching out the side of your waist and your hips. Gives you a little more mobility here. And then now we're going to move into the 100. So this is the beginning of our series of 5 abdominals. When we do the 100, we're going to lay back. We're going to put the legs in tabletop to start. So one leg and then the other. Then we're going to take the arms overhead. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling, reaching the arms all the way about 4 inches off the mat. And then this is the beginning of the 100 position. And the neck is about a fist width over you could have a fist under your neck. And that's about where you want to be gazing at your thighs. So this is the beginning level. If you're strong enough, you extend the legs. And you can go into a Pilates view with the heels together. If your back's not strong enough, please stay with the bent tabletop leg position. So we're inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. Inhale, exhale. When you're in this position, you want to think about squeezing the glutes. You want to work the back of the legs. You want to work the quads. Everything is working all at the same time. And I would say this is probably about 100. So you want to think about, but I'm going to go a little longer to explain a few things. Think about under your armpits, reaching long and trying to pull in your belly at the same time, as well as gazing forward and lifting the torso, keeping the abdominals engaged the whole time. And then bring the knees in and lay the head down and rest. And directly from here, we're going to go into single leg stretch. Single leg stretch. We'll elevate the left leg long, bring in the right leg long, left leg into the chest, with the outside hand going to the ankle, the other one going on top of the knee. So it's single leg stretch, so we're really stretching each leg. The knee is really squeezing in, and the other leg is really reaching long. You're inhaling and exhaling, and I would say, let's do 12 on each side. So that's 3. You're inhaling, exhaling, and 5, 6, and 7. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. 10, 11, and 12. Lay the head down and rest for just a moment. Turn the head looking directions to release any tension, and then we'll immediately go into double leg stretch. So with double leg stretch, we round up, holding on to the knees to start, and then extending open, circling the arms. Now this is a little more advanced position, so to start, for beginners, I suggest cradling the head, keeping the elbows in toward the knees, and extending the legs. Now, the part, so bringing the elbows in as the knees are in, opening the elbows and extending the legs out. If this is still a little too difficult, you can put the legs all the way up to 90. This would be our beginner position. And I'm suggesting 8 here. And I'm going to do the more advanced version now. Inhaling, exhaling, circling the legs. 1, 2, and 3. Neck and shoulders are still relaxed. The work is all in our powerhouse in the abs and the back. Reaching, extending in each direction. I'm not sure. I think that's definitely 8. Okay, hold the knees into the chest and relax the neck. And then our third abdominal exercise will be single straight leg stretch. So we lengthen one leg up to the ceiling, and obviously if your leg can't do that, then you'll have it lowered. The other leg is elevated off the mat, so you're reaching toward the ankle, and you're pulsing the leg at the top and switching. We'll do 8 here. This is the beginner level. The next level would be with the elbows behind the head and no hands, and still pulsing the leg. Inhaling and exhaling, reaching in opposition through each leg. Sniffing and blowing the air. Now bring the knees into the chest to relax for just a second. And then we'll go to our fourth exercise, which will be crisscross. So the hands are supporting the head. And some of you may know this as bicycle. And you want to really think about bringing the opposite elbow on the opposite side that's not going toward the knee down to the mat. And then switching. These are harder to do slow. And I'm suggesting 10. And this is 3. Inhaling and exhaling. 4, and really turning from the ribs. Nice, slow, and controlled, and precise. And I believe that's 7, 8, this will be our last one on each side. And bring the knees into the chest and rest. And then for our final of the 5, we'll do leg lowers. So cup the cradle the head, bring the legs up to 90 if you're able to, and then lower them to about, I would say, 4 inches off the floor, or whatever your level is. Actually, it's not so much the inches that are important here, as much as it is imprinting your spine here in this exercise. So your abs are really engaged, and you're pulling your back down to the mat as much as you can, and lowering the legs with control. And 10 here is great. Elbows wide, or a little toward your body is fine. And then bring the knees into the chest and rest. And that is the beginning of our abs series. I hope you enjoyed that. And the concept for me on this is that it's a brief amount of time, but a lot of work in a very short period of time, which I think will really pay off for your strength and your abdominals as well.